Welcome to the tutorial of the PCIT Trainee Tracker brought to you by PCIT International and Kurtz Psychology Consulting PC. My name is Jenna Duncalf, and I will be taking you through a quick lesson on how to use this tracker to make it the most effective. So if you're here, you have obviously opened the file that you downloaded, which is great. The first recommendation that we would make is to just check your system requirements. For Microsoft Excel, this workbook is macros enabled. So when you open this document up, you should receive a message that asks whether or not you would like to enable macros. You want to click Enable Macros. And if that message does not come up for you or the workbook does not seem to be working, you may need to update your version of Microsoft Excel. So once you've gotten there, we recommend that you save a copy of this template as a template and then save a new copy as one to play with, which then you will do for each of your trainees. You can save them as an independent file name. So once you've saved it, we can begin to look at how this tracker works. When you open the workbook, you will be on the dashboard page. This page here will help you get around, and it will basically act as a guide for going back and forth between your different tabs. We've laid this out in order of the way that we feel it should be best used. So we're going to go ahead and start by clicking on this link here to trainee demographic information. So you can see when we clicked on that link, it took us to the trainee demographic information tab. And this is a tab that we have designed to be filled out as the first thing that you fill out in terms of information about your therapist trainee. So the first thing to do is to click this plus here, this Add Data button. And when you click that button, it will bring up a form. So once this form is up, it's pretty user-friendly, we hope, and self-explanatory. So if you just go ahead and fill in the information about your trainee, you'll see that the first piece here is the trainer information, which is nice to keep. So we'll do it as though we are Dr. Stephen Kurtz. And then we'll go ahead and select the organization. You can go ahead and type in this information as well. So if you just delete this, you can type whatever you like. But we'll go ahead and start this way. Then you're going to want to enter the trainee demographics. So I will just enter my name. And I'm not even following my own rules. So first, last, and your credentials. And we'll just type in a couple of things for these just so that you can see how the information will fill into other areas. So we'll fill in a couple of these things for fun. The trainee type, we have some options here on these drop-down menus. So the 40-hour training, if you're doing just consultation, if you're doing 40-hour and consultation, or if you're doing a training refresher, or if you happen to have student externs, that's also an option. So once you're finished, you can click Done, and you'll see that the information that we entered on that form is now here, and it has filled in the information on this page. So once that's done, you can go ahead and move on down here to the tab Skills Checklist. So on our skills checklist, you will see here that our information has already populated into this sheet, which is great. So one of the goals of this tracker is to reduce cumbrous data management. So you will find that a lot of things will auto-populate if you start by filling out that trainee demographics tab first. And then you will not have to continuously re-enter the same name. So this is the PCIT Therapist Skills Checklist, which basically tracks overall core competencies by date. We have annotated the optional milestones that are not required by the PCIT International certification requirements, but that after the master trainers discussed what they each independently track, we found would be useful to track should you wish to. So those optional ones are annotated with an asterisk, and you can see what those are. So basically, these core competencies, as I said, are based on PCIT International's training requirements. So the way this should be used is that the trainer should fill out the date that each of these milestones was achieved. So once all of the milestones have been achieved, you will find that this area down here that says core competencies achieved, right now it says no. It will automatically turn to yes once they have all been achieved and the dates have been entered. And the date that all of the milestones were completed will also automatically populate right here. So that will be done for you, which is nice. And this is something that can obviously be printed or saved and given to your trainees so that